Hi, in this video I will explain about the Beat movement, their important writers and the most famous works associated with the movement. So before starting this video I have a small request to you. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel and do follow me on my Instagram page Just Literature. So before further ado, let's get started. So what is Beat movement? How it started and when it was started? Let's try to learn through this video in details. The Beat movement, also known as the Beat Generation, was a cultural and literary movement that emerged in the United States in the 1950s. It was characterized by a rejection of traditional values, a celebration of individual freedom and creativity, and a focus on the experiences of the individual. The Beat movement began in the aftermath of World War II, in the mid-1940s, but it gained momentum in the 1950s. The term beat was coined by Jack Kerouac, one of the movement's central figures, and it referred to the feeling of being beaten down by society, as well as the rhythms and improvisations of jazz music, which was a major influence on the movement. The Beats rejected mainstream culture and values, including materialism, conformity, and consumerism, and instead embraced nonconformity, spontaneity, and spiritual exploration. They also rejected traditional literary forms and techniques, and instead developed their own unique style of writing, which emphasized stream of consciousness narration, improvisation, and a raw, unfiltered approach to language. The Beat movement had a major impact on American culture and literature, and it inspired many other countercultural movements in the decades that followed. Its influence can be seen in the work of writers such as Allen Ginsberg, William S. Burroughs, and Diane di Prima, as well as in the music of musicians such as Bob Dylan and the Beatles. The Beat movement was a literary and cultural movement that had many key figures who helped to shape its ideas and aesthetics. Here are some of the most influential writers and poets associated with the movement. Jack Kerouac. Kerouac was one of the central figures of the Beat movement and is known for his semi-autobiographical novel On the Road, as well as other works such as The Dharma Bums and Big Sur. Allen Ginsberg. Ginsberg was a poet and activist who wrote influential works such as Howl and Other Poems, which is considered a defining work of the Beat Generation. William S. Burroughs. Burroughs was a novelist and poet who wrote experimental works such as Naked Lunch and The Soft Machine, which challenged traditional literary forms and explored taboo subjects. Lawrence Ferlinghetti. Ferlinghetti was a poet and founder of City Lights Booksellers and Publishers, which published many influential Beat works, including Howl and Other Poems. Diane di Prima. Di Prima was a poet and writer who was one of the few female voices in the Beat movement. Her works include Memoirs of a Beatnik and Revolutionary Letters. Gary Snyder. Snyder was a poet and environmental activist who wrote about nature and spirituality in works such as Rip Rap and The Back Country. These writers, along with others, helped to shape the ideas and aesthetics of the Beat movement, and their work continues to be influential today. There were several literary works associated with the Beat movement that gained notoriety and acclaim. Here are some of the most famous works. On the Road by Jack Kerouac. This semi-autobiographical novel is considered one of the defining works of the Beat Generation. It tells the story of Kerouac's travels across the United States with his friend Neal Cassady, and explores themes of freedom, spirituality, and nonconformity. Howl and Other Poems by Allen Ginsberg. This poetry collection, which includes Ginsberg's famous poem Howl, is one of the most influential works of Beat literature. The poem is a powerful critique of American society and its institutions, and it expresses the Beat's rejection of mainstream values. Naked Lunch by William S. Burroughs. This novel is a surreal, stream of consciousness exploration of addiction, sexuality, and the human condition. It is known for its controversial content and experimental style. The Dharma Bums by Jack Kerouac. This novel tells the story of Kerouac's experiences with Buddhism and his travels across the United States with his friend Gary Snyder. It explores themes of spirituality, nature, and self-discovery. The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test by Tom Wolfe. This non-fiction work chronicles the travels of author Ken Kesey and his group of followers, known as the Merry Pranksters, as they experiment with psychedelic drugs and explore the counterculture of the 1960s. These works, along with others, helped to define the Beat movement and its countercultural spirit, and they continue to inspire readers and writers today. Thanks for watching. I hope you find the video informative. For more literature-related videos, do subscribe my channel.